Hey kitchen lovers, let's make lunch. So we are having amala for lunch. So I have my cleaned assorted meat here, and I just went in with some seasoning, onions and salt, and I gave it a good mix, and then I covered it and I allowed it to cook. And I have my ewedu in my pot. I went in with some potash, which is known as corn in Yoruba, and I gave it a good mix, and then I allowed it to cook. You can see how greenish it is looking, right? It's so beautiful. So I went in with some egusi powder and I gave it a good mix. I allowed that to cook properly. You have to allow your egusi to cook very well so that it doesn't turn your stomach. So I have my assorted meat still already here, and then I blended my cooked ewedu in my food processor. I just gave it a pulse blend. I didn't allow it to be too smooth. And then I just went in with some locust beans, which is iru in Yoruba, and then on a very low heat. And then I went in with my seasoning cube and salt, and you can see how slimy my ewedu is looking and all green. I love the fact that I don't have to mix spinach and okra to achieve ewedu. Those in abroad will understand. So I just took my ewedu off the heat, and then I just placed it on the warming center, and then I proceeded to sieve my yam flour, which is known as elubo in Yoruba, to remove all the dirt. This is the last batch of elubo that I shipped from Nigeria last year. So here, my husband is the one doing the job of turning the amala, and he did a perfect job. So he kept turning and turning and turning and turning and turning while I kept adding yam flour to the pot. So here he turned, he made sure to beat the amala properly to the side of the pot in order to break down any kind of lump. And thankfully there wasn't any lump in the amala. My husband is so good at that aspect of turning swallow. So here I took it from him, and then I assisted him, in beating the amala properly. And then I added some water for the amala to cook properly. So you need to add some water for your amala to be properly cooked. So the amala is properly cooked here, and I'm just turning everything by beating it to the side of the pot. So for some, you can add some little vegetable oil in your boiling water to give it that shiny look. And here we're just putting it on the ground and then beating it to the side of the pot. And here our amala is ready and just dishing it. So I went in with some ewedu, and I decided to use the buka style. You can see the bowl I'm using. Take me back to Abuja, Iyo to be precise. So I went in with different kinds of rishi, assorted, roundabout, the intestine, shaki. I don't know what they call this particular one that looks like teeth. So I went in with liver, and this particular liver, I really enjoyed it. I'm not really a fan of liver, but I love this one because it was so tasty. And then I went in with, moderate stew. And then voila, amala is ready. See you in my next video. Bye.